On June 6, 2025, a heated debate aired live on Sakshi TV, focusing on the contentious issue of Amaravati's development, quickly spiraled out of control in front of thousands of viewers. Senior journalist Komineni Srinivasa Rao was at the helm, moderating a panel that included VVR Krishnam Raju. The discussion took a dramatic turn when Raju, responding to Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu's "capital of God's" remark, made a shocking and deeply offensive statement, calling Amaravati a capital of sex workers. His words stunned the studio and viewers alike. The derogatory insult was directed at the women of the region, instantly sparking outrage both inside the studio and across social media platforms. Protests erupted as people condemned the slur, demanding accountability. Rao, visibly caught off guard by the unexpected outburst, warned Raju about the potential backlash, but stopped short of issuing an immediate, strong condemnation on air. Critics and media analysts quickly pointed out that Rao's hesitation to denounce the comment was seen by many as tacit approval, fueling a wider debate about the ethical responsibilities of moderators during live broadcasts. The incident highlighted the increasingly blurred line between panelist opinion and the accountability of the platform itself, raising questions about where responsibility truly lies in such situations. This single explosive moment not only set off a legal and social firestorm, but also forced the nation to confront the power and pitfalls of live television debates. The broadcast triggered widespread anger across Andhra Pradesh. Women's groups and civil society staged protests, demanding action against both Raju and Rao, as well as Sakshi TV. Demonstrators burned Sakshi newspapers and rallied outside the channel's offices, decrying the platforming of misogynistic remarks. Chief Minister Naidu condemned the comments as disgraceful, promising consequences. The controversy quickly became a political flashpoint, with parties trading blame. Tensions escalated further after a suspicious fire at a Sakshi newspaper office, fueling conspiracy theories. The incident underscored how on-air words can spark real-world conflict. Public outrage demanded accountability from both individuals and the media. Amid mounting pressure, the newsroom buzzed with anxiety and uncertainty. The atmosphere was thick with tension as journalists wondered who might be targeted next and what the consequences would be for simply doing their jobs. In a dramatic turn of events, police arrested Komineni Srinivasa Rao just 3 days after the controversial broadcast aired, sending shockwaves through the media community. Rao was charged with abetment, accused not of making the remarks himself, but of supporting Raju's inflammatory comments by failing to intervene or condemn them live on air, a responsibility many believed was unfairly placed on his shoulders. The official FIR named Raju as the main accused, Rao as the second, and Sakshi TV management as the third, drawing a wide net of accountability that extended beyond the original speaker. Rao's arrest sent ripples of fear and disbelief through the media, raising urgent questions about a moderator's legal liability for live, unscripted debates and the boundaries of journalistic responsibility. Raju was arrested 2 days later, but it was Rao's unexpected detention that quickly became the focal point of the case, sparking heated debates across newsrooms and social media. The charges against Rao highlighted the precarious and often dangerous position of journalists in today's polarized times, where even moderating a discussion can lead to legal peril. The central question remained, was Rao truly complicit? Or was he simply a moderator caught in the unpredictable storm of a live broadcast, struggling to maintain control as events spiraled beyond his grasp? Rao's case eventually reached the Supreme Court, drawing national attention as Justices Mishra and Manmohan took up the matter and began a thorough examination of the charges against him. The courtroom was tense, with legal experts and journalists closely following every development, aware that the outcome could have far-reaching consequences for the media landscape in India. The court made it clear that Rao had not personally made the offensive statement in question. They questioned the very logic of holding a television moderator criminally liable for something said by a guest, highlighting the importance of context and intent in such cases. The Andhra Pradesh government, however, argued that Rao's reaction, specifically his laughter, amounted to abetment of the guest's remarks. They insisted that a moderator's response could influence public perception and thus should be scrutinized. But the judges were not convinced by this argument. They pointed out that a moderator's reaction, even if it is a laugh or a smile, does not automatically mean endorsement or conspiracy. The distinction between facilitating a discussion and actively participating in wrongdoing was emphasized. Ultimately, the bench ordered Rao's immediate release on bail, recognizing the need to protect journalistic independence. They also issued a directive to ensure that future broadcasts would avoid derogatory remarks, balancing freedom with responsibility. The ruling was widely celebrated as a clear and powerful stand for journalistic freedom, sending a message to both the media and the authorities about the value of a free press in a democracy. The court's message was unambiguous. Moderators cannot be held automatically responsible for the words of their guests, and journalistic debate must be protected. This landmark decision set a crucial precedent for media rights in India, reinforcing the principle that freedom of expression is essential for a vibrant and accountable society. The Supreme Court's decision split public opinion in Andhra Pradesh. Journalists and free speech advocates celebrated the ruling as a defense of press freedom. Protesters and women's groups, however, felt justice was not served, arguing that media must be held to higher standards. Political parties used the case to fuel their narratives, with each side claiming vindication. The controversy forced newsrooms to re-examine their protocols for live debates and moderator responsibilities. The incident became a cautionary tale about the risks of live television. The debate over media accountability versus free speech intensified. Rao's arrest and release left a lasting impact on the industry. The Supreme Court's intervention redefined the boundaries of liability in live TV debates. Moderators were affirmed as facilitators, not scapegoats for panelists' spontaneous remarks. The ruling protects journalists from undue prosecution, preserving space for robust debate. However, the court's directive reminded media of their ethical duty to challenge hate speech. The case underscored the tension between free expression and responsible broadcasting. News channels began revising guidelines for handling on-air controversies. The verdict's echo will shape newsroom practices nationwide. The Rao case stands as a landmark for balancing journalistic freedom with social responsibility.